Peru is seeing a surge in daily deaths from COVID-19 more than a year after the pandemic began, breaking records again this week. The rate of fatalities has been climbing over the last month, but hospitals are saturated and there are long lines for intensive care beds. There appears to be no solution to the crisis, while vaccines arrive bit by bit.
Vaccines are arriving in Peru, but by the thousands, not the millions. So far, there are only enough to vaccinate the country's eldest citizens, those aged 80 and over. The government hopes to begin inoculating the over 70s next week.
While hospital staff and other frontline workers have been vaccinated, the country lags far behind its neighbours, with a little more than 780,000 people inoculated, with at least a first dose so far.
Peru is at
the back in South America. If we're talking of population size, then 2 out of every 100 Peruvians have been vaccinated. When you compare that to other countries in South America, without going far, Colombia is at 5 for every 100, Argentina is at 11 for every 100, Chile is at the top with 40 for every 100.
The latest batch of 276,000 AstraZeneca vaccines arrived this week and were rolled out in more remote parts of the country.
The elderly make up 70% of the deaths from COVID. That's why we are giving them more priority across the country, and we hope to have vaccinated all of our elderly people before the end of this transition government.
But the coronavirus continues to rampage through the capital, where for many families, the vaccines have come too late. Rommel Heredia, a physical education teacher, lost his brother, mother and father to COVID-19 last month in the space of a week.
My parents had not been vaccinated. They would have got their jab this week because they were 80 years old. Regrettably, they lost their lives to COVID-19 in the last week of March, just a short time before they were due to get vaccinated.
A scandal over politicians reportedly jumping the queue to get vaccines put further pressure on vaccine supplies. For Heredia and many other Peruvians, that has had tragic consequences. Dan Collins, CGTN, Lima.